Yo, Toberman next one here with another video. This one's a little bit on the fringe. As you can tell, the surroundings are a little bit different. And today I'd like to talk to you about a support build Ningguang. Now, my Ningguang is a exception, and I'll show you why. She happens to be able to do anything, as she is a C6 constellation. That just happens to be the luck that I've had with the budget that I've had. So she's actually very well suited to be a DPS. Let's actually go over these constellations to start, right? So the first one, when normal attack hits, it deals AoE damage. So that already screams DPS. When the Jade screen is shattered, its cooldown will reset. Can occur once every 6 seconds. This is support. This is really nice. However, shattering the Jade screen is a result of her Q, which can be taken as DPS. Star Shatter levels, damage. Increases nearby characters' elemental resistance by 10%. This right here, support, which is really nice. Damage. And then she gets 7 so really her constellations, they really suit her to damage. But what I decided to do was to ignore that. So, right now, her weapon is actually the prototype Malice. As far as the weapons that go on Ningguang, there are a variety of wonderful catalysts that she can use. And she is not limited to any of them unless, you know, depending on, like, what is it that you have. And I have a couple of different catalysts for her. The weapon, prototype Malice. So this is important. Let's consider other weapons, right? Before I even go into the prototype Malice. Eye Perception. This screams DPS, right? Does extra attack damage, makes her damage more AoE. The Widsith has crit damage. Seems really nice, but Elemental Mastery is not something Geo characters use very well or at all. Vivoni's Codex. She has the lowest energy cost as it is, and with the way that she generates energy naturally, it is not even necessary, and is really just overkill. Probably have more energy than you could even ult with. You just would have so much energy, you would still be on cooldown all the time, so it's not necessary. And then going back into 3 stars, the other 3 stars, typically anything support is going to work off of Elemental Mastery, but we'll actually go to the direct site and look at these things. Don't just have to take my word for it. But Thrilling Tales of the Dragon Slayer would be really nice. I do have it on my barber, and it is a 3 star, so I'd rather not put it on her. Even though she is support, she can still serve as a sub DPS, which is also a support role, right? So she helps move things along, get things done, hit enemies in places that other people can't hit. Just all sorts of things. So highly versatile. Let's go over to the website. So starting from the bottom, right? Of course, we wouldn't consider anything without an effect. This increases damage, but the secondary stat is mastery. Passive is mastery. Mastery, so things with mastery we're not even going to consider for her as she's a Geo. Energy recharge is unnecessary. HP, Dragon Slayer, we've already spoken about that. Crit rate, not necessary as this is it's only focused on her. And a lot of these things are only focused on her doing damage or only focused on her getting energy. So skipping the Malice, we'll go over the Malice last. Royal Grimoire, damage. Elemental Mastery, you're going to skip. Damage. Yeah, Widsith, no. This is highly situational. This is damage. Damage. So, if you want to make Ningguang a DPS, you have so many options. That's that. And you have a lot of content telling you, hey, she's a DPS. I'm here to tell you she's also a support. So let's go back. The prototype Malice. Using an elemental burst regenerates 5 energy every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. Additionally, so she is in a noblesse set. She generates energy. Every time she ults, she gives everybody a buff. And this makes it better. So in addition to having an HP stat on the weapon itself, decent base attack, it also gives her back energy. So it's unnecessary, like an solely an energy recharge weapon seems like a waste when this weapon actually exists as a free-to-play weapon that you can refine if you are lucky enough during your weekly bosses to get some of these. And hopefully in future events, MiHoYo will also put some of these up for things that we can farm. That would be really nice. Additionally, all party members will regenerate 5% HP every 2 seconds for this duration. So that's about 15% HP given back to everyone, right? Every time she ults. She ults a lot. If you were not aware of what Ningguang does, after talking her up and everything, I will show you how I use her in a support build and how we get things done. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and then we'll wrap it up after that. So I hope that was a nice example. I can provide some more examples if you guys would like. We do have a stream going on pretty much 5 days out of the week. The only days I don't stream are Mondays and Tuesdays, but every other day. Then those days past the time of at least 2 to somewhere after 5. If you check Twitch, I'm usually on at twitch.tv/TubbermanX1. So come check us out. But this is easily imitatable with the exception of the constellations. So I'll tell you my approach to how I'm building her. So I'm putting HP, it's on my weapon as you've seen, and it's also going to be on my sands. For someone else, if you're trying to do sub DPS, you would still build her with attack on your sands if you're trying to do, if you also want a little bit of damage out of her. But it is HP, geo damage, and crit damage. Now, I don't necessarily need crit, but if she does happen to hit big, that's just bonus for me. I was thinking about other things I could put there, like crit chance, but it isn't really necessary. I actually just need her there to function, and if she had 0 constellations, I would still be doing the exact same thing. So that's really my approach to how I use Ningguang. I really like her to power up Zhongli. That domain was not a representation of how much power they actually have, because I believe that domain actually has like increased like geo damage. as its like caveat. So don't worry about that. The damage is not what we're after here. Like I said, it's her function as a support. The fact that she gives us increased resistance if you happen to have that. But if you also want to put her on an archaic Petra set, that also works as support for to add damage if you are willing to be more technical with your play, meaning that you will have to set up the element that you want to increase properly against the proper enemy, make sure that you acquire that shield. The Jade screen will make that easier as you have some cover to go grab your shield, right? But you will have to make sure your placement is correct and that your controls are on point. So it takes a lot of manual control to use the Archaic Petra set. This artifact set really doesn't require anything other than but for you to swing as often as you can. She generates energy, she makes shields, and there's really, I mean, she's just fantastic. So however you use your Ningguang, I hope you enjoy her. This was my perspective. Guys, take care. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of a support Ningguang build. If you don't like it, that's great. And we will talk about why you don't like it. If you do like it, awesome. If you have questions about my stats or anything like that, about what kind of stats I'd be looking for when I actually power up her artifacts, which are like pretty much mostly at 0 here. So, yeah, guys. Thank you. Have a good night. Take care. Peace. Oyasumi. Odaijini.